Good morning. I want to talk about God this morning. I know that's kind of what devotions are for, but literally about God and kind of who He is and how we see Him. So I have a box here, and this is a lesson I taught in my Sunday school class when I taught it years ago. So we come at some point to this place where we meet Jesus, and depending on our experience, sometimes he's big and overwhelming and amazing, and sometimes it's just kind of a slow, incremental understanding that he exists. And so, at some point in our walk with faith, we try to figure out God, and so in doing so, we put him in a box. So, because a box is very manageable, and I can take my box wherever I go and put it in my little pocket here. Sometimes I'll fit. Well, it's different shirt maybe would fit there. But yeah, so as we grow in our faith, we get a bigger box, and it's like, yay, we have a big God now, and He fits in a bigger box. But God's job is to alter and change our view of Him, so that we can truly see the amazingness and greatness of Him. So sometimes we're all excited about it. Sometimes we resist because we just want Him to fit in our life. Like He's a little slot in there, but really sometimes it's a slow, incremental enlarging of the box. So we have new and bigger boxes all the time. So we can just pat Jesus around, and life's good. It's comfortable. And sometimes, we have to go beyond that, and then we end up with a really big box, little cumbersome, but He somehow fits in our life, and but we're good with it because God is big, and like He can do all kinds of stuff, and we grow in our love and understanding of it. But there's a point in that process when God sort of takes our boxes and He blows them up. And we come to a kind of a lostness of and an overwhelmness, an awe, if you will, of God. And so God doesn't fit in a box. He doesn't fit in our house anymore, and there's no walls. And so I think this is the point when you really start to get a fuller view of God, when you have no box, no walls, and He is just infinite. And so when you get there, you kind of have a crisis of faith sometimes. Sometimes it's just like, this is good. And sometimes you just lose it. And sometimes it's all different for everybody, and it's a different process. But the cool part is God is always there with you. Sometimes He carries you, sometimes He holds you, sometimes He just makes the road smooth, and sometimes the road is a nightmare. And because, life isn't particularly easy. So, I don't know if you've noticed that, but I have. So, there's sometimes a place where we come to where we feel a sense of loss in our comfortableness, but in there, as we follow Jesus and get a greater view of Him, we lean on Him more and we trust in Him more. And so Jesus says, reach out and I'll hold you with my right hand. And those are great moments. But sometimes, like I've seen in the last 4 or 5 years around here, I would just watch my friends go through something that looks sort of like hell, just awfulness. Families fall apart, people's lives fall apart, people die, and it's just brutal to watch. And I was aware of that, probably mainly because I was going through that myself, and in that process, Jesus wasn't holding my hand; He was carrying me, and I found a place of where the only thing I had left was just hope. And I, still that's there. All I have is hope. But Jesus is a constant. He doesn't shift or change. We wake up every morning with a new mood. You know, sometimes we're happy, sometimes we're sad, sometimes we're like, why do I have to get out of bed? Other days we're like, there's no motivation to get out of bed. But Jesus is there. He's constant. He doesn't change. And his love for us doesn't go away. It doesn't lessen. It doesn't increase, because it's just all-encompassing, amazing love. And kind of like the song. This process of following Christ it's a journey, and it's full of joy and pain, courage and fear, loss and gain. As we head into our day, I hope you think about that and ask yourself, who is Jesus to me, and is he in a box? And how big is the box? And if you're courageous enough, you can say, Jesus, I want to get rid of my boxes, and I want to know the real infinite you, and he will help you along that path. But just as I want to leave you with an encouraging word. On the other side of the despair and the pain and the fear and all that is abundance and joy and courage. So, anyways, I hope you all have a wonderful day, and don't make your boxes too small. All right? Love y'all. Have a great day.